Yo, man. Yo, hit that subscribe button and become a member of Jane Keeping It Real. And also, hit that bell notification button, so you will know when I hit new videos up so you can follow. Thanks. Yo, CM Punk lost again by a unanimous decision. He fails to 0-2. At least he didn't get put down in the first round like he did. He went through the fight, but he lost. Just reading the report, he did good his first round. Second round, you basically see he was real tired. And through the fight, they were showing that he was real tired. It could be because of the trial he went through. He couldn't train properly. He couldn't train like he should be. I mean, CM Punk is 39 years old. These fighters fight all their lives. Mostly all of their adult lives. Probably started when they were a teenager. CM Punk just been doing this. He been wrestling all his life. But there's nothing to be ashamed of. He fulfilled a dream that most people only dream of having. And he done it. So I tips my hand off to CM Punk for at least trying. Corey Grave, with his punk ass, had to go to Twitter, run his mouth. Y'all remember earlier in the year, him and Boogie T had some words, and later on tried to play like they was joking. They was working everybody. But people who got sense know it wasn't no work. It was true. Boogie T did want to really whip his ass. Corey Dre will make smart comments. And he running his mouth again. Corey Graves say CM Punk abandoned friends and turned his back. Well, first of all, I will agree on that. CM Punk did turn his back on friends. Wrestling was everything to CM Punk, that he devoted his life to be. And pretty much he got very big in the WWE. Matter of fact, he was the top star, no matter what anybody say. And yes, he got fed up with the politics that was going on in WWE. So you see here what he said right here. I'm not going to read it. But Corey Grave got on Twitter and say, maybe abandon everyone who stood by your side even when we weren't supposed to, only to have you turn your back on us. Was it the right move after all? No anger, only sadness. Don't worry. Hey, at Vince McMahon, this is nothing to do with you. You need it at Triple H. This isn't corporate. This is real life. See, there is another tweet. The first rule Punk rocks is loyalty, and this guy betrayed it all. Still love you, friend, and I'm sorry for your loss. See, this is what Corey Graves do. He runs his freaking mouth too much. And there's a lot of people backstage. I mean, the corporate like Corey Grave, but there's a lot of wrestlers that backstage do not care for Corey Grave. You know, one is Boogie T. You know, I don't care what anyone to say. It was not no joke. They was not working everybody. They do not really like each other. And also, Big E. Big E, always do some wise cracks at Corey because there's basically Big E don't like Corey. At one time, they were saying that Big E and Corey are likely getting a fight. So, Corey Graves runs his mouth a little too much. But this is it for CM Punk. Dana White basically said that this is it. This is it for CM Punk. He's done. I mean, Dana White, the president of UFC, knows who's a fighter, and CM Punk, he started the game late. CM Punk 39 years old. He's 39, and you can't expect a guy in his mid to late 30s to come and be competitive in the UFC. This is real fighting. This is no wrestling here. This is real fighting. Man, my hat still go off. My hat still go off to CM Punk because at least he tried. And he can say that. And like people like Corey Graves, I'm pretty sure Triple H is going to make a joke of it or whatever. Guess what? Tell them to try. Tell them to try. Everybody cannot be a Brock Lesnar and a Bobby Lashley to wrestle and go to the MMA world and be successful. And plus, they was a lot younger when they went to the MMA world. So nobody can be like that. Nobody can be a freak of nature to do two sports like that. But CM Punk tried, and he would have nothing to be ashamed of it. But I will agree with Corey Graves on one thing. CM Punk did turn his back on some of his wrestling fans. He turned his back on some of his friends. I understand you be sore about wrestling or how you've been treated in WWE, but that's WWE. You don't treat anyone the same way. So basically Dana White said that simple future UFC is a wrap. That's it. Maybe Bellator might try to give him. But if I was CM Punk, man, I would leave the MMA world alone and basically, commentate or whatever, do something. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I'm going to come with a video about Bearcat Wright. I said Bobo Brazil was the first black heavyweight champion, but I was wrong. Bearcat Wright was the first black or African American heavyweight champion. I'm coming with a video next on him, so peace.